Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Z Herbacio. Watch the game live and our past episodes on demand on the Pilipinas Live app for just 149 pesos a month, available for download on Google Play or the App Store.
Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. Hello and welcome to the show. The UAAP Season 86 will mark another milestone as it introduces the newest members of the Commissioner's team in charge of elevating the league to new heights. Fueling the future, guys, what we're saying, right? Joining us tonight to talk about the exciting news in store for fans this season is Commissioner Xavier Nunag. Coach, Commish, welcome to the show. I said it in the press conference earlier, Commish, that I'm always so happy to see UAP products giving back and being part of it. You now are giving back, even if it's a different school. We have coaches who have now taken over. Obviously, you've been part of the UAP family, and now you're a commissioner. I mean, has that even sunk in, and how's the job been so far?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. Actually, I haven't had time to think about it. It hasn't sunk in yet because of all the things that we need to do. But at the same time, very excited and honored actually for in being the commissioner for this season. It's something that actually you don't dream about, but it's something that you want to do, especially to serve and to give back to the league that has been so good, not only to me, but to everyone here in the Philippines.
Including my partner.
Yes.
Yes, Commish. Yes. No warm up.
I have to get used to that. I have to get used to that.
Let's do it right here. Earlier I asked you if this is the first time that there has been a team of commissioners, but you mentioned it has more of a structure this time around. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, I wanted the team to make sure that they have accountabilities.
Okay.
Because with the schedule right now, like for example, for the men and women, we will have separate venues.
Right.
So obviously I can't be in two places at once. So we need somebody to put emphasis on the other divisions. For example, the women's division. Attorney Mariana has been in the forefront of women's basketball right now, and she is the perfect choice for that. She will make sure that the league, the division runs well as Coach Marvin. He's a high school expert. He has given LaSalle Green Hills the first ever championship and she's also still within the high school community.
Involved, correct.
Involved.
For the kids, yes, yeah.
So those two are the value that they add to the league and to the commissioner's office is something big and something I am very excited about.
And I mean, there's kind of like a youth movement to it too, right? I mean,
well, thank you for...
I got you, Coach. I got you. But
Thank you.
You said it. I think it's a perfect a team. Of course, there's still work to be done, and that you will be judged, obviously, by that. And I remember executive director saying that initially, this is a 3-year project for you. This may not be just a one-year thing. But let's stick to this year first. Kasi what's the primary goal for you and for the team, generally for the basketball tournaments first?
Okay, we want to foster intense competitions among member schools. That's one thing, so that the fans can also get thrilling games, close games. But at the same time, we want an environment for athletes to feel safe, to have a fair and inclusive environment for them to showcase their talents as well as to excel. So it's really a combination of both in which we are tasked to do. So it's a balance between, yes, we want close games, but at the same time, we want fair officiating, capable officials doing their jobs so seamlessly. So hopefully we'll get that this season 86.
Interesting you've mentioned that. It says right here, you just recently visited all of the 8 participating schools to discuss the new rules and regulations. So what are those that, us fans should be excited about?
Well, that initiative actually, if I'm not mistaken, was also done by E.D. Rebo when he was commissioner.
Yes.
And I wanted to follow that trend because there's a lot of questions involving rules.
Right.
Because of our fascination with the NBA, there's a lot of confusion
Correct.
about the rules.
Right.
So it was an avenue for the players and coaches to ask questions. And I think they have a better understanding coming into the season. Of course, I'm not going to say that there's not going to be any bad calls
Yeah.
or
Yes, of
anything, but
course.
at the same time, the common understanding of the violations, the fouls, and the infractions, I think we're in the right place right now with the players.
And just for the record, for Z to find out, and also the audience watching and listening, he also did it for us, the broadcast team.
Yeah.
Right.
Both Attorney Mariana was there, and Edie was there, and Commish was there. So we understand what he was
Yeah.
trying to do and what he was trying to explain, and the source of confusion also of all of these things. Okay, you visited, you said the schools. And you also mentioned in the press conference that we will have exclusive referees.
Yes.
What is the reason behind this for those who did not see the streaming today and are watching this for the very first time? And how did you come up with that decision?
Well, first, we have to have competent referees. We have to have the best. At the same time, even if you have the best, tao rin sila eh.
Correct.
Napapagod. They have their own schedules and everything. But once the exclusivity came in, okay, that their priority is the UAP, we get not only competent but fresh and fit referees. Because yes, you may have the know-how, the technical know and
Right.
everything, but kung napapagod ka na,
Hindi ka makasabay.
Hindi ka makasabay.
You can't run
You
up
have
and
you
down.
have class A athletes here. You have the best of the best young
Okay.
athletes. So if you are a 40-year-old or 50-year-old that couldn't run but you know how to referee, it's a problem for the same. So we want fresh, fit, and competent referees, and I think we have that crop right now. Now, it remains to be seen
Of course.
on the court. We haven't played any games, but we've been training for a month and a half already, and those three attributes were our main focus when it comes to officiating.
And without putting too much detail on it, also, Commissioner also told us that they will be constantly evaluated
Yes.
and
Ooh.
graded as the season goes on.
Kasi schools tayo,
so
so
exciting.
may report card din sila
Correct.
every game.
The assessment, just like the athletes that
Yes.
they're trying to officiate. But we're sticking to the theme of fueling the future. I love it. But what are the biggest expectations so far? With all the rules, with all the changes, what's the biggest expectation?
I think right now the balance of talent is very good. The parity is
Okay.
very
Among schools.
right now.
Both men's and women's. Huh?
Both
Right.
men's and women's.
And high school, sorry.
With the women's side, you last year NU broke its streak of that winning streak. UST is
Right.
on the come up. LaSalle played in the finals. For the men's, everyone has a foreign student athlete. UE last year didn't have, and every team right now is well coached. At the same time, they have superstars on their teams, on their roster. So I think if it wasn't Coach Pidor, Coach Tab, there will be some surprises. They said a while ago, and I expect that. And rest assured, it's going to be competitive. It's going to be exciting and a competitive season this year.
Pati coaches, superstars eh.
I know.
Di ba?
Oo,
Pati
naman.
coaches, superstars eh. Coach, maraming salamat.
Commish.
Commish.
Yes.
Yeah, I really have to get used to
Maraming
that.
salamat. We're excited for this weekend. To
Yes.
Super
start.
excited.
Thank you for having me again.
Thank you very much.
All right, after the break, Alex Eala bags the Philippines' first bronze in tennis since 2006. That story and more Asian Games. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. welcome back to the game. After 17 years, the Philippines secures a sure bronze medal finish in the women's singles tennis after Alex Eala's victory over Okamura Kyoka. She shares how she's feeling after the match and her way moving forward.
I think the adrenaline is pretty high right now because of all the intensity of today, but overall super happy to be able to overcome the adversities that came today. I think it took everything I had for today, and I couldn't have done it without the team, for sure. Without them cheering me on, it would have been even more difficult than it was. I'm super happy, and also the reason for my reaction at the end of the match was because I knew it was a medal match, and now I think I play against a much more experienced opponent, so the pressure is off and everything to gain. Well, I think it's every match to recover is important, but today especially, given the circumstances. But I'm sure, it doesn't matter what happens, how I will show up tomorrow, but I will show up and I will give everything I can. Thank you so much, and if you can come later or tomorrow to support, me and Kuya Nino are playing later, last match, court 2. Please come.
Good news for the Philippines indeed. Alex Eala will face China's Zheng Qinwen in the semifinals. Zheng is the top seed of the tournament and is currently ranked number 23 in the world. Meantime, the Philippines' wushu team is on fire with 3 medals, surpassing their 2018 bronze haul. Arnel Mandal secured his medal with a 2-0 win in men's Sanda 56 kilogram. While Ideon Fred Padua triumphed with a 2-0 victory in men's Sanda 60 kilogram on Tuesday. And it's 3 for 3 as Clemente Tabogara Jr. clinched his first ever Asian Games medal with a victory over Abdush Amat Ashirov.
And on that note, the 19th Asian Games continues to excite as athletes haul medals for their respective countries. China remains on top with 110 medals, still followed by South Korea with 55 and Japan with 51. The Philippines is at 25th with 2 medals from Patrick Perez in Taekwondo and Jones Inso in Wushu.
When we return, we'll get a full view of LA Tenorio's battle and triumph against cancer in our second edition of our 3-part special of Inside the Game. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Hello, everybody. My name is Boom Gonzalez, and welcome to Inside the Game, inside the home of our brother here, Latiniente himself, Iron Man, Coach, Eala Tenorio. Brother, thanks for having us here in your beautiful home.
Thank you for coming, and you're always welcome dito sa bahay. Lahat kayo, welcome kayo dito.
Huwag natin seryosohin yan. Nabanggit ko na yan, brother, na sinabi ko na ang dami mo ng moniker. Ba, whether it's Latiniente, Iron Man, and ngayon tinatawag ka na ng coach, MVP, best player, Mythical 5. Ngayon, cancer survivor. I mean, the best moniker of them all right now. When you think about that phrase or those two words na nakadikit ngayon sa pangalan mo, I mean, that blows my mind. What do you feel?
Well, actually, I don't know what to say, no? Actually, I can't even mention the illness na nagkaroon ako. I can't even mention that kasi the moment that I found out that I had a CA, no? Dito pa yun after my colonoscopy So, here in Manila, medyo kinabahan ako kasi siyempre after the colonoscopy procedure, after your recovery, you can go out. Pagising mo, pwede ka na umalis. You can do your thing. So, nung nalaman ko, sabi sa akin, wait ko raw yung doctor kasi the doctor has to explain something. So, doon medyo kinabahan na ako. Pero still, hindi pa rin until I talk to the doctor. Funny thing is, when I did my colonoscopy, I wasn't with my wife kasi my wife was working in may mga meetings, gano'n. I was with my parents.
Okay.
So, anong nangyari nun? Pagka tayo ko na recovery room, so, alam ko, parents ko lang nandun. Pag tayo ko ng recovery room, nakita ko yung wife ko parating. Doon na ako kinabahan. Bakit yung pumunta
Bakit siya nandito?
Bakit bigla ka pumunta dito? Alam mo, may meeting ka with boss and everything. Yun na. When they told me na may nakita or something. So, siyempre, yung doctor, siyempre, natatakot. Hindi alam paano sabihin, di ba? So, siyempre, sa akin, nung nalaman ko na there's something wrong, I immediately asked the doctor. Sabi ko, Doc, I'm sure this is not the first time you saw a thing like this, di ba? Inside the body. Kasi ito yung ginagawa mo everyday, di ba? So, nung sinabi sa akin na it doesn't look good,
Wow.
medyo, ano na ako.
What a phrase to hear.
Yeah, oo. So, doesn't look good, but still, we have to wait for the biopsy and the results and everything. You have to do the CT scan, MRI, everything. So ginawa ko, parang bumagsak yung, yung mundo ko, no? Parang, okay, sabi ko. And then, I just asked the doctor, so, what's gonna happen next? Sabi ko, ano ang pwede mangyari sa akin? Tinanong ko na. Baga parang, siyempre, yun na yun the word itself na actually hindi pa niya binabanggit yung word na big C.
Yeah.
But he said lang na it doesn't look good. So, yun, we just have to wait for the biopsy and I said, okay, sige. So, siguro nagantay ka ako 2 days. The funny thing is also, so when I went out the hospital, hindi ko pa maintindihan na parang, ano ba yun, pwedeng tanggalin yun di ba? Tinatanong ko sa wife. Of course, my wife knew about it. So, she's, parang umiiyak na siya. But anyways, so habang inaantay ko yung biopsy result, nagpa-practice ako. So, nag-practice ako. I went to practice, ganyan. And then, 2 days after, I was in practice. And then, the doctor was calling. So, kasi may may relo ko, nakikita ko tumatawag. Sabi ko kay Coach, wait, I have to answer this. So, I was in the middle of practice. And then, pag tawag sa akin, kasi I was thinking na, hindi, wala to. Ganun pa rin ako. Positive pa rin ako. Hindi, wala to. Until malaman ko yung resulta.
Right.
So, nung tumawag, I was in the middle of practice, tumawag sa akin. Sabi niya, Doc, how's the result? Ganyan. Tapos sabi niya, as expected, ganyan, it's ganun nga. So parang napahinga lang ako. Sabi ko, Doc, so ano ang pwede mangyari? Tinanong ko, Doc, anong pwede mangyari? Anong pwede natin gawin?
So, binigyan ka na ng
binigyan ako ng options.
Okay,
So, yun. Sabi ko, Doc, can we talk later? Tapusin ko lang yung practice. Nag-practice ako. Tinapos ko yung practice. Laro ako.
Wow.
I was about to pa nga Sabi ko, Doc, do I have to have the operation right away? Kasi I want to play. May game, may ano pa kami, may
Wow.
scheduled game pa kami. Parang Wednesday yun. Ano yun? Friday yun eh. And then Wednesday may game kami. I mean, it's up to you, pero I think it's ASAP that we have to take that outright. Ano, na rin, para mas maganda, wala ka na iniisip, ganyan. And then let's see what's gonna happen. Ayun, so, yun lang, practice ako.
Right.
Tapos nagtanong ako sa mga tao kung anong pwedeng gamitin, ayun nga, gawin. And then, yun, nagkaroon ako ng second opinion,
Yeah,
which is to go to Singapore. So, to cut the long story short, I never, throughout my journey, no, so yun na, nangyari, I had the operation, then chemo,
12 sessions.
12 sessions. I never felt na I was in the dark place. Kasi malaking bagay na and I'm so thankful talaga na hindi ko naman plano, na hindi ko naman sinabi. And plano ko talaga, okay, 12 sessions, okay. I'll book my flights going to Singapore kasi ano na,
Advance na
kasi 12. Alam ko na yung schedule ko. I cannot miss that schedule.
Correct.
Whether may bagyo, I cannot.
Correct.
Binook ko na. So, natuwa lang ako kasi every sessions ko, my friends will say, oh, may kasama ka na ng ganito, ganito, ganyan. So ako, dito ako, end of the month, dito ako, may kasama ka na. So nag-schedule sila. So, parang sabi ko, okay yun ah. Sabi ko, di parang, going to Singapore, I'm not thinking of I'm gonna do my session.
And parang
chemo.
hindi ka alone in
Hindi
your
ako
journey.
alone in my journey. And then,
Kasi mga teammates mo, lahat doon.
my
Private friends, family,
motorcycle friends, golf, may mga close friends, lahat. Ateneo
Yes,
friends,
tama.
Ateneo family. So talagang nandun sila throughout my journey. Kaya hindi ko rin naisip. So why am I saying this? I think perception kasi when you hear about this kind
Big
of
C.
sickness, big
Yeah.
C, okay, the big C is you feel like wala ka na kagad chance, and you're alone.
Hopeless. Yeah.
Alone.
End of the road.
Exactly. Kasi you never know what's gonna happen. Kasi inside your body, hindi mo na maalam kung ano
Correct.
nangyari.
Well, boom, I cannot wait to see the last part of this series.
Well, yeah, we're going to continue on with that one and more in part 3, that's for sure.
All right, that's it for tonight, unfortunately, but thank you for joining us. I'm Zihir Basho.
And catch us weeknights here on One News and on the Pilipinas Live app where you can watch us live. And of course, our past episodes on demand for just $149 a month, available for download on Google Play or the App Store. I'm Boom Gonzalez, and this has been The Game.